Episode 13, Yae vs. Mae. Both Yae and Mae prepared to spar in their fighting stance. In just an instant, both sisters dashed in at one another and immediately unleashed a barrage of attacks. Mae and Yae continuously dodged each other's strikes, responding quickly with their own counters. "Wow, they are definitely sisters with immense power," said Captain Ozo. "That fighting style Mae uses is the only combat style that rivals mine and Yae's," said Kurugi. "Are you insinuating that you and Yae are equal?" asked Captain Ozo. "No," replied Kurugi. "I am the stronger one when it comes to Yae and myself. No, she's stronger, but I'm more experienced, and we can always get stronger at will. But something is missing. I can feel it." Meanwhile, Mae and Yae were locked in equal hand-to-hand combat, cancelling each other's attacks. Suddenly, Mae jumped back and smiled. "You know what, sis? You're right," said Mae. "So stop holding back, and I'll stop holding back as well." "How rude of me," said Yae. Suddenly, Yae let out enormous power and instantly vanished. "Where did she go?" asked Mae. "Song of natural nature," said Yae. The wind started to pick up and a barrier appeared, shielding the kingdom and everyone not involved in the fight. Yae's movement was so fast that Mae couldn't keep up with her. Yae struck Mae continuously, vanishing each time Mae tried to counterattack. Mae took a calm, deep breath and closed her eyes. "First set, song of agility and focus," said Mae. Mae's speed and focus increased, and she was finally able to intercept Yae, knocking her to the ground. Mae didn't stop there, she charged straight into the ground after Yae. "First set, nature of emotions," said Yae. Yae's defense significantly increased as she was surrounded by pink, purple, and white energy, shifting her zone to emotionally attack anyone who approached. Back and forth, the sisters battled as if it were the end of the world, using all kinds of spells, energy, and sources of power against one another. "It seems as if they are both equal in skill and power," said Captain Ozo. "Yes, I see," said Kurugi. "Yet both are still so inexperienced, but their power makes up for it. It's clear Mae does have more combat skills, however, since Yae knows that, she has used power to increase her speed and defense to keep up with Mae in combat." Mae and Yae suddenly both stopped fighting. "What do you say we turn it up a notch?" asked Mae. "I can sense way more power that you're hiding. I want to see it." "Is that so?" said Yae. "You are referring to my second set, aren't you?" "Wait, hold on," said Captain Ozo. "That same power almost destroyed our training zone. I forbid it." "Then we will take the fight somewhere else," said Yae. "That won't be necessary," said Kurugi. "Remember, we are still preparing for the invasion of the other kingdoms. We will be going now. Come on, Yae." "Second set, Black Drag," began Mae. Suddenly, a mysterious man appeared, covered in a black smoky cloak, and struck Mae, knocking her unconscious before she could unleash her level 2 awakening zone. Both he and Mae were suddenly shrouded in black smoke. Kurugi quickly noticed a familiar pattern in the man's cloak and neutralized it, revealing his hidden identity. The man kept his face hidden with his black sorcery robe. "Who are you?" demanded Kurugi. "What is your connection to my sister?" asked Yae. Mae suddenly awoke. "Second set, Black Dragon form," shouted Mae. "Ah, so she's the human child of the Black Dragon," said Kurugi. "I can only remember bits and pieces of the legend. There are 2 children of the Black and White Dragon, but I'm the son of them both, and I don't recall having siblings, not since the Black Dragon left. There is a myth about the silver and gold dragons, but they sacrificed themselves to save a village they were watching over. How could this be?" "Second set, White Dragon form," said Yae. "How does Yae have my form?" exclaimed Kurugi. "I never taught her that transformation." Mae and Yae both instantly vanished. Suddenly, the ground began to quake like an earthquake. The sisters clashed fists, causing massive winds to erupt even when they landed blows on one another. Everyone nearby was blown away, except Kurugi and Kuromi. "I must stop this fight at once," shouted Kurugi and Kuromi together. Suddenly, there was a surprise attack on the capital by the Unity family and the royal family. "It has begun," said Kurugi. "I must stop Yae before things get out of hand. Hey, Yae, we are under attack. I need you in your position." Yae ignored Kurugi and continued fighting her sister, caught up in excitement. "Second set, Dragon's Wings of Silver Blades," shouted Mae. "Second set, Winged Dragon Golden Feathers," shouted Yae. Multiple explosions shook the battlefield, filling the air with dust. When the haze cleared, a barrier and shield were revealed, protecting the capital. "Mae, that's enough," shouted Kuromi. "Let's go. This is not our fight." But Mae paid no attention and continued fighting Yae. "We will have to stop him ourselves," said Kurugi. "I hope you know how to calm down Yae's sister, because I will stop Yae." "I'm actually curious how you'll stop Mae's sister," said Kuromi. "However, leave Mae to me." Kurugi and Kuromi leapt into the fight to separate the sisters. "Kurugi, move. This is between me and my sister." shouted Yae. Yeah, Kuromi, back off, shouted Mae. Wait, I've heard that name before, said Kurugi. When I was a baby, but why? Kurugi, why does that sound so familiar? Muttered Kuromi. Suddenly, Yae and Mae both struck Kurugi and Kuromi with devastating blows, knocking them into the ground. Sorry, said Yae and Mae together. Now, where were we? Just as the sisters were about to resume their sparring match, the skies began to shift, half light, half dark. Suddenly, black and white lightning struck Mae and Yae, sending them crashing to the ground. Now you sisters will have to deal with us, shouted Kurugi and Kuromi. Meanwhile, Captain Ozo and his military engaged in battle against the Unity family and the royal family.